What's up, everyone? This is Dave with 15 for... Oh, shit. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm sideways. This is Dave with 15 for Coffee. I hope you are having a wonderful day and you're out there learning English. If you're by yourself learning English, I know that's challenging to learn a new language by yourself. Keep practicing, keep listening to music, consume content, translate, keep learning every day, and you will continue to have those kind of results where you feel more comfortable. Even though it might not feel like it, you just need to keep doing it and it will get better and better. Today we're going to talk about the 3 Sieves. This is a big communication skill. It helps us learn something called active listening, which is being able to be in the moment and listening to what someone's saying, but also having some type of response or process in which we accept information. And that's really what we're going to talk about, is the 3 Sieves from Socrates. The 3 Sieves, a sieve, if you didn't know, and I didn't really know what it was until I looked into this a little bit more. A sieve is something that you use to separate wanted from unwanted materials by using some type of screen or a grade where the size of the particle actually will separate the different materials that you're looking for. So this sieve is for how do you separate basically stories that you want to consume, truth that you want to consume, and it has to pass these 3 sieves. And this is really good for a lot of reasons. The first sieve is the sieve of truth. Is what, for example, and this, let me actually back up and take a step back and tell the story. The story is a friend of Socrates came up to tell him a story. Hey, I want to tell you about something, and it was probably something about a friend or someone they knew or some type of situation. And Socrates asked him if he had passed it through the 3 sieves. And so the first sieve is the sieve of truth, is what you're hearing. Is it truth? Is it reality? Is it real? Was that person there? Is that something that they heard themselves, or did someone else tell them? That's the first sieve. The second sieve is the information that you're going to share or listen to, is it kind? does it have a good spirit? Does it have kindness, or is it removed of kindness? Is kindness gone? Is it sans kindness, if you will? And finally, the last one is it necessary? Is this information, do I need this? Do I need this to be happy? Do I need this to be who I am? Is it necessary? Do I need to have this information? And when you have these 3 sieves and you have this process, it's really screens what you share and how you share it. But I think something more importantly than just how you say it is what you accept. What are you listening to? Does it pass the 3 sieves? Does it pass these things that you can quantify and analyze and say, is the information that I'm hearing, is it true? Is it kind, or is it the opposite of kind? Is it hateful? And does it really matter? Does it really, change anything for me? And I think that's really a very interesting story. What this reminds me of is politics. People believe so strongly, especially in the United States, like people believe so strongly in their political, and there's certain people that attach their personality to politics in a big way. And therefore, they're much more emotional because it's about their personality. There's so much, we get information so quickly. There's so much disinformation out there. I mean, the FBI and our national defense is saying that Russia is currently hacking into, our social media, and they're totally fucking with us 100%. There's misinformation, we don't process this. This is actually something that needs to be taught, is how do you process information in today's climate, where alternative facts are growing more and more popular among certain groups, and there's so much misinformation out there. This is a really great way to look at that and say, hey, if it's something you heard from a political figure, is this true? Obviously you're hearing it secondhand, but what can you do? Can you go online and look it up? That's one thing. The second thing, is it kind? When I look at immigration, the discussion around immigration, it does not seem very kind, right? It's very much like numbers are being exploited, and it's a very confusing topic, especially when you look at how people enter and why they're coming and where they're coming from and how people are explaining these people. So this, again, I think these 3 Sieves is really important for how we process information in today's society and what we accept as truth and what we can decline and say, you know what, that doesn't make sense, right? So the way we use this in business, the way we use this personality, is to really have this assumption of good. Assume the best. When you don't know, assume. And I think that's another Stoic quote. I can't remember what it is, but it's something about, it's better to assume good intention than bad intention, because usually, we know this much, right? We know this tiny little bit, right? And there's so much more out there that we don't really know. So why assume that something is bad especially about other people? Why not we give them some grace and say, maybe, let's look at positive outcomes, because I've been wrong plenty of times. I don't know about you. But this is the 3 Sieves. I wanted to bring this up because it was the Stoic tip today, but I thought it was really important for people learning English, because you can use this as a process to really listen to people. So if you're someone that doesn't really understand what everyone's saying, try and focus on maybe asking questions that really get to the heart of the matter, and really listening to people about what they're saying. And also, obviously, there's going to be times when you don't know words. All the time when I was in Mexico, I didn't know what they were saying, because I learned book Spanish. I didn't learn Spanish, Mexican Spanish, right? Or Spanish, Spain Spanish. So it's totally cool. If you don't understand something, just say you don't understand it. It's totally fine. And use this active listening of the 3 Sieves when you hear things, and also when you tell stories. It's usually what you're sharing, what you're being a conduit of, can reflect on you, and it could make you feel ill. It could make you feel bad, because you're actually perpetuating negative things that are really unnecessary, that we're just perpetuating, and it does nothing but harm us. Actually, it actually literally objectively harms us. It doesn't really help us, which is a great system that we live in. So if you're out there learning English and you're by yourself, keep working on it. If you ever want to get on a call, just comment in the comment section and we can set something up for you if you're totally isolated and you need to have a quick conversation with somebody. So my name's Dave. This is 15 for Coffee. Business connections, people connections, and the time it takes to have a cup of coffee. So I hope you guys like the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.